I go by Permi.
And I go by Jarry Pitboy.
And again, how are we feeling today, guys?
I'm excited. Yeah, very excited. Good nerves. That's always the way. Yeah.
I had a bit of a tough week. I was under the flu, but I don't know. This morning I woke up. I'm feeling much better, and
Nah,
I'm excited.
that's good to hear. That's good to hear, gents. Just gonna talk about a bit about you guys, just to get more, just to know more about you guys. How would you say like your upbringing was? Like, was it entirely like music related, or was there like differences?
I'd always describe my upbringing as a very much church upbringing. I grew up in the church, so that was my first interaction with music. Very much spiritual music. Um, yeah, and you?
I think for me personally, like if you keep it on the like religious subject, there wasn't any like specific religion in my household because my mom was Christian, my dad was Muslim, so I kind of needed to find my own way. So um, music wasn't really influenced from that point of view. But my grandfather was actually the first person that I knew to have like vinyls. So he would just like play that loud like Sunday mornings. And that was, I guess, my first like introduction to music. What made me like interested in it in the first place.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing, guys. And how did you guys find yourselves coming together?
I feel like, I don't know, maybe this sounds corny, but I feel like fate. I'm not gonna lie. We were at a couple of like the same events a few years, like couple of years ago. Um, we knew of one another, but didn't know one another personally. But I guess time just like brought us closer to one another, and then we realized that now we actually really like love what each other is doing, So I think that just that energy and that like motivation on wanting to like push the craft forward, that's what like brought us together.
Wow.
That's really much it. Well, real recognize real. That's all I can say.
And how does working as a duo influence the way you create? Do you take on different roles in the process, or is everything shared?
Hey, bro. I would say my process as a solo artist, I'm very like stubborn. So coming into this duo, it had I was kind of forced to like let go of certain things and just come together and um, yeah, yeah. What did we say?
Yeah, and I think for me, kind of the same. Because majority of the time I'm like doing a lot of the mixing or like even the production by myself. Like um, very set in my ways and like how to do things or how to approach like certain beats or just like writing. And I guess the production kind of challenged me to change my approach in that way and just have a new like perspective on how to make music. It doesn't need to be like, okay, this is how you make a song. That's the way it should be done. There's like multiple ways. I guess it's just like a opening up to new parts. I guess, yeah.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Okay, so now we're about to dive deeper into your music. Um, how important is vulnerability in your music, and how do you decide what to share and what to keep to yourself?
I think, well, that's actually a really good question. I think that I try and be like as vulnerable as possible. With like every release, I try to kind of like scratch new surfaces in terms of like my vulnerability and like my openness on my tracks. But also, I don't only see myself as like an artist. So I do have like a reality and a world outside of music that I also like to just keep to myself because I don't wanna let the two bleed too much into one another because then like I feel like sometimes then there's no like fun or like I think a big thing in being an artist is you get to build characters. So that kind of makes it fun when you can separate the two worlds a bit. Yeah.
I'd also say like vulnerability is big factor because I mean that's what sets you apart from anyone else. Hip hop is very oversaturated. So as the more vulnerable you can be, the better.
Okay, wow. That's all the time we have. Thank you for the time, and enjoy your performance. Thank you so much.